Welcome everybody to the gameplay video for Terraria the board game. I'm Chris, I'm the lead developer at Paperfork Games, and I have with me today Russell and Jacob, who are joining me to explore the world of Terraria. So we're going to dig, fight, explore and build in this 1 to 4 player cooperative game from us and Relogic. Where we're going to start is I'd like to give a quick overview of how the game is going to work, a little bit about Terraria for people who maybe haven't heard that before, and then we'll just get stuck in. We'll play a few rounds, we'll kind of learn as we go, and for people watching, I could explain how the mechanisms of the game work and how we've tried to capture the feeling of Terraria, but in a board game. So, Terraria, for people who don't know, is a big sandbox adventure game. So the tenets, as I've said, are dig, fight, explore and build. And we're going to be trying to do those things today as we explore a world which is, in the video game, procedurally generated, and in the board game, as close as we can get to that with cardboard. Okay. And we'll talk about how the world generation works and how your character generation works, like it does in the video game as we go through. And then we're just going to get stuck in. So you're going to be exploring a world. You're going to be digging and mining for resources to build cool things, to build houses, unlocking NPCs to help you, and then fighting enemies and eventually bosses, of which there are quite a few in this game. Now, this board game features the creatures and items from something called pre-hard mode. So pre-hard mode in video game of Terraria is what original Terraria was, essentially, and it ends with the delightfully named boss, the Wall of Flesh. So it's all about the early feel of Terraria. There is planned future stuff for hard mode, but there's a lot of content in Terraria, so we've cut it down, and we'll talk today about that as well as we go. So let's get cracking. I think let's just get stuck in and we'll see how we get on, whether that's for better or for worse. So the main thing about this game is every time you play, the world's going to be different. So we're going to be building a world of biomes out of biome tiles, which are, you can see the starting ones here. Each time you play, it's going to be different. And we're going to be exploring down below the ground and across the surface to find various things we can use to level ourselves up. So let's talk about how we do that. At the beginning of the game, you're going to choose one of the evil biomes. So for people who've played Terraria, there are 2 evil biomes. One's called Crimson, one's called Corruption. We've put Corruption somewhere in there today, and you can choose one of those 2. You can choose it randomly, but we're going to mix it in with the other biome tiles on this little mini-map at the top. You'll see on the center of the mini-map printed is the forest biome, which is why we have the forest in the center. Most of the time in the video game, you're going to start in the forest, so we always start in the forest here. And you'll see at the ends, you have an ocean tile on each end, and that is what caps our world. So if we ever reach the ocean tile, we know we've hit the edge of our world, okay? So we've randomized those, and we're not going to see what's coming up until we actually get to the edge of a biome. We also have here the day and night tracker. That's going to track our rounds of the game, but it's also going to tell us when nasty things happen, like enemies spawning. It's also going to affect what things spawn. So once we've generated our mini-map, we're basically ready with our world. We're then going to talk about how you actually win the game of Terraria, the board game. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to complete chains of objectives. So we have them down here, and there are 4 chains: dig, fight, explore, and build. You'll see there's a theme recurring here. And essentially how those work are, there are easy ones at the top, and there are 10 objectives in each chain, all the way down to some very complicated ones. We're going to decide how confident we feel today, and we're going to decide how many of those chains do we think we can achieve completely by the time we run out of time or respawns. So time is tracked by how many day and night cycles we've had. We've got it set to 7. That's quite a lot of time. So, you know, time is not necessarily a big pressure. And we've got 2 respawns each. So 6 tombstones here, but they're shared. So Russell, if you have a particularly good time and Jacob has a particularly bad time, we can hopefully balance each other out. You'll see I didn't commit to either of those things myself because I'm usually on the spectrum. And so we want to do those things, complete the amount of objective chains we've chosen before either of those things run out. If they run out, that's it. Cool. There are versions of the game where you can play without those for people who want to spend a bit longer, but that's what we're doing today. So what do we think? We've got dig, fight, build, explore. We're talking, when we start this, we're going to be like kill an enemy, we're going to be mine down 1 block. By the end, it gets pretty spicy down there. It's going to be things like mine all of the ore in 1 biome or things like that. So I'm going to suggest we maybe start with just going for 1 today. Sure. And then we see how we do there. We don't want to be we don't want to go off too fast and then be like, this was an atrocious idea. And the thing about this is you can actually pivot between. So if we decide we're doing better on another chain than the one we think we're going to do, we can just pivot across. There's also, and I've hidden it away, a trump objective, which is just at any point, if you're feeling really confident, you can just try and beat the wall of flesh. I do not suggest we try and do that today. On our first run through, that would be probably a bad idea. But if people decide that they don't want to do these objectives, they can just go straight for wall of flesh. And good luck to you if you do. Okay, great. All right, then so we're going to say we're going to do one today. Perfect. Sure. We've set up our map over here. Coming down to our player boards, I'll tell you a little bit about what they are and how we are going to use them. Player boards. You have in front of you a character board that has basically some spaces for inventory. So this is resources we collect, we can put into here. We've got 4 slots. Those slots are currently populated by the 4 early resources in the game, but we can replace those with other resources as we go if we want to. We are going to be sharing our resource pool. So actually, because it's quite a tight inventory, you might, for example, Jacob, want to kind of have, you want to be the one that has all the gel, for example, and we might want to pile that onto you so we can use our slot for something else. And we can trade freely and we can craft things together. So if you want to build houses, we can share those resources together. On the other side, you have a character card, which you'll see here has been added, which is random. They all start with the same defense, which is a D4 here, and we're going to be drawing 4 cards per turn. But later we'll be able to put transparent armor cards over those, and we can adapt what we're rolling for defense and also how many cards we draw, as well as other things. So that's your character. You'll see you've got a little character, a little wooden character here. So we're going to start by putting those in any of these 3 spaces in the forest biome. So do you want to choose first, Russell? Where would you like to go? It doesn't really matter at this point. That's it. Perfect. Okay, I'll go this side. Makes sense from where I am, I guess. We're starting there in the forest biome, and we'll talk about movement and things in a second. Other things to look at on your character board are, you have got 3 pieces of equipment at the top. For people that have played Terraria before, they will recognise starting with the copper short sword, the copper axe, and the copper pickaxe. They are not the best piece of equipment, shall we say. There are better ones in the game and we're going to need them, but it's something to start with. And you also have a deck of 8 action cards. So if you have a quick look through that, this is a game where we're working together. It's 1 to 4 players, it's cooperative. So the fact we can see each other's cards is actually a good thing. We can talk through what we're going to do and what we're going to plan. Most of these cards you will see have green circles on them. Those green circles are action points, and in this game we want to give you choice. So Terraria is a sandbox game, therefore if I had cards that were like, you must do this, it would feel not fair to the video game. So you can use these action points as movement to just run around the world, or you can convert them with your starting equipment to do other things. But let's draw some cards. Let's play a turn, and I can talk through how that works. Okay.
All right.
Other things on your player board to be aware of. You obviously don't have infinite health, so you have a health meter at the top, and you have a mana meter down below, which we won't be using early in the game, but I'll talk about a bit later. So first thing we're going to do is, because we've actually built this forest biome, you'll notice a few features on the forest biome tiles. First thing you'll see is it's made of a grid of squares. We're going to use those to be moving around the world. You'll see trees which have purple triangles on them. That's about chopping down trees. You'll see that there are chests. So this chest here, for example, is available to someone that might want to go and open it. And you'll see skulls, which are enemy spawn points. Because we have 2 skulls revealed, we would put some enemies on there. So what we're going to do is going to grab from the enemy tray. If we look for the forest biome surface layer, we're going to open up that little box.
So a daytime one.
And yes, you're right, we are in the daytime, so you're going to reveal a day enemy. Daytime one, and there'll probably be a blue or a green slime. Green slime, so we'll pop that one on there. So there's our first one, and I imagine that will be one of the, another green slime.
Green slime, all right.
So green slime's good because it's the easiest enemy in the game, so a good start for us, nothing too spicy, so we can do that. So we have some enemies, and more will be coming out, don't you worry, but we've got something to work towards at the beginning. So let's draw a hand of 4 cards and see what we have. Also, you've already done that, which is nice. You're prepared. I like it. Okay. And I'm just going to discuss what I've got here. So on most of the cards that you have in your starting hand, you're going to see these green circles. These green circles are action points, and we can use those for a variety of things. So we can use them as movement, as we've talked about, or other things, but let me talk you through how movement works. So I am the blue player. There is a slime quite close to me. If I don't go and get that slime, it's probably going to come and get me. So I'm going to go forge forwards and move towards that. For every action point I spend, I can basically move 1 space, and we move either diagonally or to the next square horizontally, but you must end each movement on some sort of surface, otherwise you're just going to drop down.
That would be a place you can go to.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
So that would class just the same as a one that is like this, for example. So if you move to here, you would stand on there, and then you would move up to here.
Cool. And you can jump up from here to here?
Absolutely. So you can go diagonal. So, for example, I'm going to move here for 1 action point. So I'm going to get rid of this one for that. And then I'm going to move up to here for a second action point. So I'm going to get rid of this one. So there's 2 of my action points gone, and I've moved up to there. What's also happened is I now have 2 biome tiles around me which are not revealed.
Okay.
So we need to do a bit of revealing the world. And the way that works is you look at where we are in the biome. Every biome is 3 tiles wide. So you can see we've reached the edge of a biome already. So let's have a look at what the next biome would be. So we're this side of the forest biome. The next biome we're going to reveal is desert. Okay.
All right.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to reveal a desert surface tile from our big mixture of tiles here. So desert surface, we're going to bring it in and then we're going to flip it over. Oh, that was lucky. So we have the desert starting, but no enemies. So we have a cactus, which we can use to get some resources from, but I was hoping there wouldn't be any enemies there just, for this second. The other one I need to reveal is forest biome underground. So I'll get an underground tile. We'll flip it. Oh, second time lucky. All right, well, that's good.
So we're probably at this point not going for the fight objective.
Well, not yet. We're not. I'm right next to a slime though, so and I've still got some action points. So I'm going to try and potentially do that. But we've opened the world up. There's no enemies to reveal, but we have seen, there's some things underground. We've got something we can go for. So we're starting to reveal the world. I've done that. I'm going to look at this card next. So I've got an action point left, and I would rather kill that slime before it kills me. So I'm going to show you how attacking works. I'm going to spend 1 action point, and with my copper short sword, which for every action point gives me a d4 roll, I'm going to roll against this green slime. So if you pass me, green 1 for me.
Green 1 for you.
And then if we look up in the enemy, the bestiary, though I know it is 1d4 for a green slime.
1d4, so 1 orange.
That's it. And we're going to roll off against... You roll for the enemy.
Right.
I won't blame you if you do well.
God, okay, all right, here goes.
All right, so a perfect example of how you can completely fail at rolling against this slime. So what we do is we compare the dice and we look at what the enemy's highest defense dice is. This is 4, so I would have had to roll a 4 or more to actually do something. This is a very well defended slime.
I think it's your fault, not mine.
Absolutely, I think that's the case. And basically I would have done damage had I rolled equal to or higher than the enemy. So you always get an advantage as an attacker. And let's say, for example, that I'd done well. Let's just pretend that for now. Let's say I'd rolled the same here. So theirs is 3, mine is 3, and essentially that means that I would have exceeded theirs because I always get advantage, and I would do 1 wound to them. If I'm rolling more dice, I can do more wounds to them, but obviously it's just a 1 for 1 at the moment.
Each dice does 1 wound if it meets or exceeds the...
Correct, yes,
And in the case where there was, say, multiple dice, let's say they were a 2 here, and you had a 4. How would that work? So
the way it would work is you would look at their highest number only, so you can ignore all the rest, and any of yours that equal to or exceed it. So I would have done 2 damage in this. I would have really sorted them out.
You would have done very good in that situation.
But what I actually did was neither of those things, and actually I didn't do anything to them. Actually, we're going to see what happens when you don't kill enemies shortly. All right, so that's me done with this one. And you'll see that there was a choice here. I could have used this for an action point or defense. In retrospect, maybe I should have used it for defense, but hey, we're going to, just cope with what comes to us and go from there. My final card is a rest card. This one I can choose a coin, which will get us new cards, or if I was damaged, which I'm not, then I could also have a health. So I'm just going to take the coin into my inventory. In the game, these will be coin dials rather than these little things, but this is what we're using for the prototype. So I've kind of done all my things. Now, we can do this simultaneously, but I just wanted to show you how that works.
Sure.
But let's move on, and so between the 2 of you, you can kind of maybe say, Chris didn't do a great thing there, and let's see what we can do. So there's a few things you can do. We've shown you how to move and do attacking, or fail at attacking. The other things you can do are chop down trees. Now, you're quite close to trees, so that might be a good idea, so we can start getting some wood. And there's also opening chests, which we can talk about. So
I'm going to do exactly as you said. I think I'm going to try and get some wood.
Okay,
chop down this tree, so I have 3 action points.
Brilliant, okay.
Although technically, I could have used this card to help you, and you may have been able to attack again.
You could, and you still can actually. So yes, this is an assist card, and actually it's a good idea at the start of your turns to see if you do have any assist cards, because you can kind of make a better plan. Assist cards give you an action point, and you can choose another player to draw a card. So it's great if someone's having a subpar turn, or they just need 1 more thing.
So I tell you what, based on the fact that, what are you thinking about going and killing that enemy?
Yeah, I was thinking of going up and killing that slime and maybe seeing what that chest's about. I think that was my thought process.
Do you want to try attack? Because then, depending on what, because depending on what happens, I could potentially help.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So maybe it's better, Jacob, if you do your bits.
So if I use 2 of my cards to get up on the same tile as that chest.
Yep. So you can actually open chests from adjacent squares. So and it costs an action point to open a chest. So you had how many action points?
I did. I used 2.
Okay, that's fine. So you would go. I would say use 1 there and open the chest, and we can potentially give you another card for the action
I'll do that then. So I'll use my 2 actions to move there and then open the chest.
So the way that chests work is you have to be next to them. You can be diagonally or orthogonally next to them, and they'll have a number above them. So this one says 1, and that says draw 1 chest card. So when we look at our deck of chest cards, they are based on the biomes that you are in. So we will essentially draw this forest chest card, and because it says 1, we're drawing 1 card. We're going to draw 1 forest chest card and see what you've got. So that's a nice thing to find. So we're looking at what layer you are in. So you're currently on the surface, so you'll get the reward at the top, and you've got a throwing knife. So I will find you conveniently on the top of our consumables pile here. There is a throwing knife.
Amazing.
So the way that consumables work is you just discard the card and they have an effect. The throwing knife essentially just gives you a one-off free attack with a D4 against an enemy. So you're in a good position that actually, you know, you said you couldn't move and attack that. You actually can now because you have that if you want to. And once we've taken the reward, this gets discarded, and also gives you a cheeky idea of if you were further down in the world, you'd be getting some really cool stuff. So you'd be Hellwing Bow down at the bottom, you'd get some ore or some coins if you were elsewhere. All right. So that was a good thing to happen.
Does that take up all your slots?
It doesn't. So it just is an extra thing because it's not a piece of equipment. It's just a consumable. You can keep it next to you and then you can use it whenever you would like. And to show that we've actually opened that chest and it's not available to anyone else, we're just going to put a little opened token on there. There we go. You actually have an action point left.
Yes.
And you couldn't have attacked, but you have a consumable where you can attack now. So you could take a pot shot at the slime if you wanted.
Yeah. So basically, I'll use this action to move to there, but it's a case of with the attack, do I use my throwing knife or do I use your assist card?
Assist card, yeah.
Well, if you used your knife to attack, then I could give this to him and he could
true.
I
might get another shot against this one.
Cool,
then,
I'll do that
let's
then.
do that. So the throwing knife actually has range on it, but you're next to it anyway. And I think
he wasn't. He was here actually.
Yes. So you were here, so you could have used it, but actually it's up to you. It depends if you want to start exploring things anyway and moving that way. Either way, you're going to have the same chance of hurting this slime.
Also, we need to
reveal
some more biomes as well.
So let's resolve this and then we'll do that.
Cool. Okay, so I'll just discard.
Okay, discard that. So that is a 1d4. Shall I roll for the slime? So it has the normal. A 1.
Oh, that's how it's done.
Brilliant. So you've completely, that slime is absolutely battered. So we would remove this, and then in the bestiary it tells you what you would get for having defeated that.
1 coin and
1 gel. Perfect. So you'll get a coin from here.
Thank you.
And in your inventory, you can dial up your gel to 1. Now, what's gel, I hear you cry? Gel in the video games is used to make torches, as in flaming torches, and in our game is used to make the torches inside houses. So it's one of the key ingredients to building houses. So we're already part way towards our first workbench, which is 4 wood, 4 gel. There we go. So you've killed your first enemy with your throwing knife, and then we can reveal these 2 here. So here we're going to reveal an underground tile again, which we do have an enemy for this time. And then we're at this edge of the biome now. So let's see what we've got. Snow biome. Okay.
Do I need to get that enemy?
You do, yeah. And you're also going to need to do one here.
Oh my God. Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. It does mean we're exploring the world.
Exactly, that's what I was doing.
That's it. And while you're doing that, something you've done there is you've actually achieved an objective. So I didn't achieve the defeat an enemy objective, but you absolutely have. And we've actually done a few now already. So what's quite nice about this is you're going to start getting objectives early and getting some cool stuff. So let's reveal the enemies and then we'll talk about which objectives we've done.
So we've got an enemy for this, is that right?
Yeah, that is the forest underground. So flip that over. And then pop that on the spawn point there. A red slime, slightly worse than other colours of slime.
So many slimes.
And who knows what it might be. Is it another slime? It is another slime. Ice slime, okay, there we go.
Okay.
So you can see we're already starting to kill slimes. So we'll talk about the objectives we've achieved and then we'll talk about this slime stuff up here. So we have discovered 2 biome tiles in our world. We've discovered more than that. We all get 1 coin. So
brilliant.
Some rewards for objectives that everyone gets it. Some are shared. So we might get a pile where we have to decide who gets what, but at this point we don't. So we've done that.
That just gets revealed. Then.
Yeah, and the next one does as well. Next one, kill an enemy. We've done that. We also get another coin.
Perfect.
coining
I
it
haven't
up.
done anything and I'm rich.
Thank you.
Okay. And then we haven't chopped down a tree. We haven't yet mined a block, but we'll do those soon. So we've unveiled some new objectives, which is open any one-card chest in a non-forest biome. So, for example, this would count as that. And then equip a non-wood armor set. So we need to progress a bit to start getting armor.
Yeah.
However, that's our next thing we're kind of aiming for. Great. Okay, and we killed our first slime. And we have a slime slain meter up here. And this is counting down, or up, I suppose, technically, to the appearance of the first boss in the game, who is King Slime. So we just need to keep an eye on that, because King Slime will come out when that reaches 8, whether or not we want them to. Okay. All right, perfect. So we've already done some objectives. We've moved, we've killed some stuff, and now it's over to Russell to see what you want to do. Now, you're surrounded by trees. You don't have to chop,
I
but
think I was
it might
gonna
be
do
a
that,
good idea
yeah.
for us to do that.
You didn't get your coin there.
Can I just quickly
Yeah,
do
you-
my little rest to get my
Yeah.
coin?
You get
sorry.
your coin.
Okay, I've done it.
We don't want to make it too rich.
Drowning in coins.
So yeah, I think I will chop that tree actually.
Absolutely.
I'm going to use this one
Yeah.
to do that, which means that I'll allow you to draw a card.
Yes, you will as well.
made
So
that-
I'm going to draw a card for in a second. Very nice.
You could
but
attack.
you're attacking this tree. Well, chopping this tree.
Chopping this tree
Um,
using my copper axe.
Exactly, and the conversion there is 1 action point is 1 chop. Now you'll
Right.
see that this tree actually has a chop value of 2. That means it'll take 2 chops to chop, but you'll get 2 wood back in return. So if you spend
okay.
another action point, you'll chop it a second time.
Okay, so I will do that.
Yep, great. And because we've chopped down the tree, we put an acorn there. So in Terraria, if you chop down trees, you have to regrow them if you want to get that back. That acorn will disappear at sunrise tomorrow. So it means that we have to spread out to get wood today, and then tomorrow they'll all get taken away and they'll be revealed again.
If I'd chopped that for 1,
Yes.
was that?
Great question. So on the back of the acorn is a wood token that has a
okay.
number of chop points on it. So you can basically track how much health or chop points it has left. So you could, for example, leave that there so it's got 1 left and someone else could come and finish off the chopping, or you could do it next turn. But as you efficiently chop the tree, we're going to just pop the acorn there, and that means at sunrise tomorrow, the acorns will all go, but we just need to manage how much, how many trees are available to us over time. Perfect. So you've got 2 wood now.
Yeah,
and you've still got some stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean, that one, I don't think I'm going to need that other than
Getting a coin.
to get a coin.
Perfect. Yeah.
And this one, I was debating whether I should move over to try and chop that tree or kind of explore down here, because I think getting some of these other resources might be good as well. But,
Absolutely.
So
Either of those things is great.
you guys have access to wood, right? So
True.
I'm gonna try and mine down. So what happens if I want to mine down here using the copper pickaxe?
Okay, the way that works is anything that doesn't have a symbol basically costs 1 dig to dig through. So you'll notice your copper pickaxe is 1 action point is 1 dig.
Yeah.
So to go down into this hole here, you would just need to spend 1 action point. And the way that works is you spend your action point and then you get this lovely little hollowed out tile that you can put there. You will fall into the hole as well, but you're not falling far enough to do yourself any damage, so it's probably worth it. So if we put this here,
Yeah.
you're now going to go down into this hole, and you're just sitting there in a little divot,
Sure.
waiting for later.
Now, if I was to want to get this, I know I can't do it this turn, but how many, am I able to access it from here?
Absolutely. So you can chop basically same as you can move, so diagonally or adjacent to you, and each thing that has a symbol has a certain number of dig points, similar to how the trees work, but they vary, so they're not printed on there. So the way it works is you look at what you want to dig. For example, this would be some stone, and on the stone token, similarly, you can track things. It has the highest number is 2 dig. So to dig through this and take it into your inventory, it would be 2 action points at the moment with your copper pickaxe.
Okay.
Once you've done that, you take it into your inventory and you replace it with a tunnel token like we have there.
Okay.
So that might be a good approach next turn. Stone isn't needed for the current buildings at the moment, but stone for later buildings is really important. So actually getting a little bit now while you've got space in your inventory is worthwhile.
Cool. So yeah, I've done that. So that's everything I've done.
Perfect. So that's everyone's done all of their action points.
Except-
Oh, I've got a spare one.
Because I assisted you.
Which I am absolutely definitely going to use on the slime and hope for the best.
I think you should roll for the slime this time.
Okay,
Well, yeah, we don't want to repeat last time.
here we go. I've got a good feeling about this. Uh-oh. I did have a good feeling about this, so I don't anymore. So that's not gone well for me, but we'll find out in a second how that works. Okay, great. The other thing is we chopped down a
Oh, yeah,
tree.
we did.
So
So we
everyone
get a
gets a coin
coin.
again. So actually, I think already
That's this one.
There you go.
Please, thank you.
You have 5 coins. What happens?
I know, I'm swimming in it.
So if someone reaches 5 coins, there are other cards you can buy from the guide which are 5 coins each. So at any point on your turn, you can decide to buy one of those. Sure. One basically allows you to draw a card, then discard a card from your hand. One gives you a boost to the attack that you do, kind of thing I need, clearly. And one is basically explore more, so just a double action point cards. They cost 5 each, and there's multiple. It's a good idea to start buying those and putting them into your deck as early as you can, but it's up to you when you do that.
You want to do any of them?
Well, I'll wait till my turn.
Yeah, we can do it. You can do it now, or we can do it next
time.
Yeah, you can still do it now.
I'll do it now. I'm going to buy the Explore More.
Great, go for it. So whenever you acquire a card, you put it in your discard pile, and then when you're drawing from your deck and you don't have enough to draw, you just shuffle your discard pile and do that. Okay, great. So we've done quite a few things that turn. We've demonstrated most of the things that happen, which is nice. And we'll go through our objectives to check we've not missed any. So we've chopped down the tree. Yeah. Mind a block. You've done that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Gosh, look at that.
In one turn, we've done the first 4.
Okay.
Now we're all able to buy something. You might have to go to the shop and do some buying. Would you like to go to the shop and buy anything from the guide, Russell?
Yeah, I think I will. But the thing is, I also take an Explore More because it seems like that's my thing.
Fair, yeah.
At the moment. I can always buy the other one later. All right, so that goes in my discard pile.
Now, I am tempted, because of my awful rolling, to get a second wind. However, one of the NPCs here, their unlock criteria is that one player has 10 coins. So I'm wondering whether I save up,
I think
and then we go for that.
Take
and
one
then
for the team.
That's it, I will. I'll just be, I'll be money bags for later. So what happens now is we've checked these, and now it's the enemies are going to get their own back on us. Okay. So enemies have a number of movement points they move, which is in the bestiary. Most slimes move quite slowly, you'll be glad to hear.
Green slime moves 1.
Yep, and then the ice slime should be
2.
1. Oh, it's 2. Okay, well, to be fair, they move towards the nearest player until they're in range, and then they just attack. Now, all slimes just attack you adjacently. So in this situation, what's going to happen is this one's going to move in.
Attack me.
Yep. This one is going to just stand there and attack me. And the ones underground, because they can't see anybody, they're just going to stay where they are. Okay?
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're just hiding in a hole while we've got to actually deal with the slime.
Exactly, we're going to do
it. It's called the defensive maneuver.
Okay. So, who should be attacked first? Would you like to be attacked first?
Oh, I'd love to.
Okay, great. So, Russell, if you have a check for me what the attack for the ice slime is.
Oh, the ice slime. Yeah. So you're going to... 3.
Oh, God.
Yep, excellent.
3 dice, okay.
Okay, so 3 there.
3 there.
That's it. As you explore biomes, they do get a lot harder. Versus your...
Oh, you do have defense. 2 3s and a 4.
I got a 4.
Well, that's good. So this means because they were attacking you, they get, if there's a draw, they get the advantage. But you've rolled so well with a 4 that actually only one of these is going to do damage. So that could have gone a lot worse for you. If it had been me, I probably would have got destroyed. So you've lost 1 health, so your cube there goes down by 1, but you survived, and you'll get a chance to get your own back again shortly.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be attacked by this green slime. Thankfully, a green slime is just 1d4, so we get to take 2 of these away. I'm not saying that's going to go well for me anyway.
Please roll, though. Please, I don't think I should roll these dice. So unless you want higher.
I have rolled a 3.
A 2.
Ah, perfect.
Okay, so I'm safe, so I don't have anything there. Okay.
Right.
Whew, nice, which means we'll get our chance to get our own back. Lovely. Okay, so the enemy has had their turn. We've checked that bits and pieces are, done. We usually check the boss spawn criteria, but we're not there yet. And we're kind of ready to move on to the next turn. Cool. So we advance the time tracker by 1. We're progressing through the day, working towards night time. And then we draw again, and we go again. So we draw another hand of 4 cards. I've only got 3, because obviously I got an assist, which was nice. So I shuffle my discard pile.
Oh, we already have an Explore More. Okay, wow.
Yeah, so everyone has an Explore More in their hand, but having more is even better.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Explore More.
5 action points here. That's great.
There is also in this game Explore Even More and Explore Way More, which are even more powerful versions of those. So there we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we've got then. Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's have a little look. Has anyone got an assist card?
I do.
Great, and so do I. So actually we can kind of do that as and when we need it, but it's worth us saying it now so we know what we've got. Great. Has anyone got any plan? They know exactly what they want to do right now and they're just going to do it.
I before I got attacked by the ice slime, and now I have something to prove,
Yes.
I was going to go after that ice slime because I looked here and it would give me 4 more gel, which would get us closer towards the bench.
Perfect.
So that was my idea anyway, but now there's the emotion behind it, so I definitely want to kill the slime.
Also, if you kill that slime and you have enough action points, you could chop down that tree and then that would get us closer to the
Perfect.
the
This is
workbench.
great. Let's do that. That sounds great. And we'll watch from the sidelines. We'll cheer you on. Yeah, go.
I'm expecting signs, foam fingers.
Absolutely, that's it. Right, let's go for it then. So you're going against the ice slime, and you're attacking them. So just check, because sometimes an enemy's defense and attack values are different.
Ice slime is 1, yeah.
So
but they've got a symbol,
snowflake.
snow symbol.
They do. Oh, that is something actually we should have talked about before. So let's talk about that now. I forgot that this rarely happens, but I've got unfortunate news for you about that ice slime.
Oh god.
So you know that the ice slime did you a damage.
Yes, it did do
It did do you damage. For every damage it does, it also inflicts a debuff to you, because it's an ice slime. It's cold, right? It's touched. It's touched in
an ice slime or a nice slime.
I think in this situation,
it's not a nice slime.
there's only one answer.
It's attacked me. It's not a nice slime.
So you're going to take this debuff card into your discard pile.
Okay.
And it's basically a frozen. It describes something called the ready slot, which we'll talk about in a second. But when it comes out, it's not necessarily going to be great for you. It's going to cause you a little bit of a problem, but it's all okay. I don't think it's going to cause you a problem.
Can't wait.
So you pop that into your discard pile. What was the next thing we were going to do? You were going to attack the ice
Kill the
slime. Perfect. And it has only, it's good at attacking, but it's terrible at defending. So you'll be glad to hear that I'm only going to be rolling a d4 against that.
Let me get your guys' opinion. Should I do an explore more just to do two dice?
Do
just
one
to
at
get
a time.
Done.
Yeah, you can do
attack
one
at a time.
Get one at a time.
Yeah,
So
the way you get more dice, I believe, is by having better equipment, right?
Correct.
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah,
cool.
so actually you can do one, see if you're effective, then spend another point on it. Because actually you might not need to if you do a great job now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
There we go. I'm a bad roller, so this should be great for you.
2.
Oh,
It should be great for you, but I rolled
you got
a
a
4,
four.
so I'm so sorry about that. Do you want to spend another action point to try again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I've got a good feeling about this.
I think you should stop
3.
saying that.
Okay. Would you like to use another action point and for Russell to roll the defense dice?
Why not? I want that slime dead.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
That's a 2.
At least it's less than a 4. My gosh.
How do you want to do it?
So you've got 2 action points.
I have 2 left because I've like used those 2.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like almost like you have to commit to it at this point, otherwise
I can get this tree and this tree to get the wood for this turn.
Yeah.
So if you want to commit to doing this for vendetta
Yeah,
reasons...
because here's the thing. If I don't kill the slime, it's just going to
gonna
attack
kill you,
me.
yeah.
So, and it's also going to freeze you even more.
And it's going to freeze me
We're going to
even
be in a
more.
bad
I'm
situation
already
then.
frozen,
Yeah.
so I feel like I just need to get rid of it.
Let's go for that. I believe in you.
Come on. And what?
Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
perfect. It was worth it. Okay, so great.
All right.
And this has 1 wound, so it's gone. So yeah, perfect.
Thank goodness.
that-
It was worth that extra one.
That is 3 coins,
Very nice.
And 4 slime.
4
Now you don't have...
gels.
Oh, you do
I
have
have
space for
1,
that.
so now I'm up to
5.
5.
Yeah, great.
Sweet.
Swimming in it.
Perfect. All right, and that means we just need to get 2 wood in order to be able to build our first house, which is this one here that takes 4 wood and 4 gels. So I think we should work towards that. You've got 1 action point left.
Yes.
So you could start chopping this tree. You could move out to somewhere else.
If you moved onto there,
Yes.
now, would that stop an enemy from spawning?
It would. It would. So that is another
Sounds
option.
like a great...
Yes, because obviously the next
Although,
turn stuff spawning.
you had an assist, right? But you didn't choose anyone to draw an
Yeah,
extra
you didn't,
card.
so we can draw a card as well.
So you need someone to draw
Yeah,
a card.
I accidentally used the assist.
Well, yeah, so that's fine. So assist is 1 action point and someone else draws a card. So you're always going to get something for it, but one of us can also have something. So choose whoever you would like. I'm happy either way. Because I have an assist. So in fact, if you gave it to me, I could use my assist for you, and that means we both get a card.
But also, you don't have a discard pile currently.
Yes, but I will be able to shuffle my draw pile to do that.
Yeah, so I'll use my assist on you.
Okay, and then I'll give mine to you. So you guys draw a
All
card
right,
as well.
I'll draw. I'll have to shuffle.
Oh, we're going to be exploring a lot. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to use my last action point to stand on that
Okay,
spawner.
great. I will tell you another thing you could do, just because we mentioned the ready slot before, and this is a good time. You know, if you've got a card and you're like, should I use it?
Yeah.
You have, at the top left of your board, something that says ready. You can put a card in there, 1 action card, and then you can draw it from there at any time, as though it was in your draw pile. So you can kind of prepare something for another turn.
That you can't necessarily use as effectively this turn.
Precisely. And if it was me, for example, and I had lots of these ones that boost I'd be definitely putting one in there to give my chance, increase my chance of that. So yes, that's doable. So you've got that, and you're going to save that for next turn, or are you going to use that now? It's fine if you want to use it now.
Yeah, I am going to move on to just there.
Good choice.
Perfect. Okay. Great then. So between us, are you going to be the miner?
Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to try and get this because I realised there's a reward.
Something to bear in mind is if you look at mine and ore, this is stone, so it doesn't count as an ore, but all the other things below do, so you'll still be working towards that.
Okay. If I wanted to upgrade or build new equipment, do I have to be at a specific place to do that?
No. So in the video game, you would need to be next to a specific crafting station. But in this, what we've done is any crafting stations, once they're in the world, you can just use them. So even if you were below ground and we built a workbench above ground, you'd still be able to use it. There are a few bits of equipment, if you look on the equipment menu, that you can craft without things. But generally, you need a workbench to be able to craft. So it's worth us getting a workbench, and then you can see what you can build.
Okay. And how does building a workbench happen?
So the way that building workbench and crafting stations in general happens is by building houses. So you'll see here, these are house tiles, and they have a cost on the left and what they will provide you on the right. This is the most basic house. For a cost of 4 wood and 4 gel, we'll get a workbench. We would flip this and place it in the world, and now any piece of equipment that needs a workbench, we can build it.
And that's an action to do that?
It doesn't cost any action to do it, just costs the money and the resources.
All right. Okay, because I think maybe, so obviously going and looking down here, you said I wasn't going to take any damage because there, so I assume if I fall further than that, there's an option.
Now, there is another way we can help you with that. We can't do it at the moment, but we could basically either use rope to get down somewhere safely, or we could build a platform. So if we build platforms or rope, they basically stop you from falling and they let you get back up to the surface. They cost 1 wood to build a platform each, and rope costs cobwebs, which we haven't gone and got yet.
Oh, so this is a resource to collect?
It is.
So, so I kind of want to fall down there then.
Yeah, I mean, that's by running through that, you're going to collect a resource. So it's one of those things, you could, however you decide to get down there, you can get down there and collect it.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of action points, so I think the first thing I'll do is to mine this.
Okay.
So that's 2.
Yep, absolutely.
According to that token.
And you've actually already got stone pre-printed on your inventory. So if you're going to do that straight away, we'll just stick a tunnel token over it.
Yep. So that cost me 2 action points. Yeah. Okay, so that's that one. I've got 4 left. Wow.
You've got a lot of action points. Which one did you mine? This one or this one?
Well, that one, because I feel like I'm going to fall otherwise.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then I'm going to go right.
Okay.
Into this space here.
Which is just 1.
Yep. And then I'm going to dig down, which is another one, and I might fall.
Yes.
No,
because but it's only you're going to go here.
So I'm going to go 1, and then I've done that with the next one now. Right. So now I am gonna jump safely down.
Okay. The cobweb will cushion the fall.
So you've still fallen more than 1, so you'll still have to roll for fall damage, unfortunately.
Which
you roll your defense dice.
Okay.
And you just have to basically exceed how many you fell. So you've fallen from here to here, which is 1, 2. So you need to get a 2 or higher.
2 or higher. All right, come on. 3.
So you're safe. Good. You're safe. And you've also fallen into a cobweb. Yeah. So the way cobwebs work is you don't have to mine them or anything. By running through them, you get a cobweb each time. So you can tap them if you want, but you can only ever carry a few. So you're going to get a cobweb into your inventory. You have to choose a slot to put it over.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't see... Well,
I could also take it, or you could take it as well, and in our inventories if you want to save your slots.
I haven't... Well, I mean, so how useful do you think it would be to collect these? Because I think that I will probably end up doing that.
And if like you might be the miner guy.
If I gain...
I don't have any resources, so I'm happy to hold that for you as someone who doesn't have any investment.
I was going to say, I actually don't have. If I gain something and I don't have an inventory slot, I can immediately give it to one of you. So I mean, I haven't got any fight.
Yeah.
Well, this thing accepted. I think that's fine. I think you're good to have that.
Okay, and I can always give it back to you.
And you have one of those now, right?
I have one of those. Correct.
Right, sweet.
So. Great.
I could move down into here and open this, but I also realised that this red slime is going to do 2 attack to me if they can get to me, which is they have 2 movements. So
you also are adjacent, so you could open the chest from where you are. It costs you an action point, and actually then I can tell you about how defense works. So if you're worried about the slime, I can help.
I am going to open this.
Okay, perfect. So we are in forest biome. But we're in the second layer, so you're going to get hopefully
potentially a tastier reward.
Something nice.
So Here we go. Here is your chest card. I'll let you reveal it.
A lesser healing potion, which is a consumable item.
I will go through and find that. So that's basically a potion that you can discard to heal. So it's good to have just in your repertoire in case you fancy it. So I will find it for you. Go ahead.
Is there a limit to how many consumable items you can hold?
Nope. You can hold as many as you wish.
Like
there is your
really
lesser healing
large
potion.
pockets.
Yes, that's it. Okay, so if you basically get hurt, you've got a potion with you where you can just gain 1 heart back, which is lovely. Okay, well, that was a good demonstration of how that works.
We need to cover this up.
We do. So there is your opened thing. Okay, cool. So you still have this card here left.
I'm going to hold it because I want to defend.
So the way that using it for defend works is you play it out in front of you now.
Okay.
And when you get attacked, that will add 2 to any of your defense rolls.
Got it.
You can choose. So having it played out in front of you now for this turn is good.
Okay.
If you put it in your ready slot, it would be used for a future turn.
Okay,
but if you play it now, you're using it as defense. So when it comes to the enemy turn, you'll get a bit of defense against it.
Cool.
All right then. So you've had your turn.
I've used all the cards.
And I've been just over here watching all of this unfurl. So I'm going to try and get rid of that slime first, and then I'm going to try and chop as much wood as we can to try and get this house. So I've got quite a lot of options here. So I'm basically just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try up to 4 times to try and beat this slime. And would someone like to roll the?
Yeah.
It's a 3.
3.
Perfect. Well, that was easier than I expected, actually. So there we go. That's a green slime gone. That will give me 1 coin and 1 gel.
One thing, when I killed that slime earlier, did we move Slime King tracker?
We are going to move that to 4 because we have both now killed an extra slime. So there we go. Great. So I've got those.
Did you get your slime?
I did get my slime. I've gone up to... I did, but I decided it was made out of wood, clearly, instead of slime. So yes, I have my slime now. And I only spent 1 action point for that, which is nice.
You used this card for me, but I don't know if you did use the action point on it.
I haven't used that yet. So these are all, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action points left. So I'm going to use the first one to chop down this tree because I'm right next to it, and why wouldn't I? So that's that one done. So that's 1 wood there. That means we're up to 3 wood in total.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, great. So that one's that's done. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've just used that one, haven't I, to chop that tree. And then I'm going to basically use this one there, and I'm going to, I can basically, whenever I'm adjacent to the chop, I can do it from here. So I've used that one to get there, and then I'm going to use this one to chop that tree as well.
Sweet. I mean, now we have enough for the workbench.
Perfect. So I'll hold that back for a second and we'll just build the house because I think let's just get that done.
So I'm contributing 2 wood.
Perfect. I'm contributing 2
I'm contributing. Is it 4 gel?
It is 4 gel.
Okay,
I've
so
got
now
1 gel, so I can contribute stuff if you want, if you're happy to kind of go down to that and...
Yeah. I mean, how attached are you to that 1 gel?
Not particularly. I'll donate 1 gel to you.
You're so kind.
I know, right?
So I'm down to 2.
Perfect. Great. So we've now paid the cost of this house, which is 4 wood, 4 gel. We flipped that and we put it anywhere there's space for it adjacent to where we are. So this is perfect because I can actually stick it right there.
Oh, and it covers up a spawn slot.
It does. If you cover up a tree slot, though, you wouldn't ever be able to get that wood
So
back
now
again.
that tree is...
This tree's fine because it's where the symbol is. I can go on top of the house. So this is actually a great place to put this house because it gives us basically protection.
I was going to say, you can go in there and you can go on top of it as well.
Yes, you can. So it basically becomes a horizontal surface. It has a door at both ends, so you can run through it, and enemies can't attack you through it. So you can hide inside if you're into that kind of thing, especially when it gets to night time. Great. Okay then, and I got 2. There we go. And have a house with a workbench in your world. Perfect. We all get a platform. Ooh. So you know I said before you can build platforms out of wood? We now all get one just to use later in the game.
Oh, so it's just a extra resource thing that
we basically would build it on above us or below us, and we can use it as a platform to jump onto. So you can use it as a ladder.
This could be my way to get back out.
Precisely.
Got it.
So that's how we would use that. But we basically normally would have to pay wood for this, but we just all get that.
Freebie.
So great. All right. So we've done that. I've got 2 action points left, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mine that copper because I'm thinking actually that copper's right there. It costs 2 to mine copper. Yeah. I might as well. I think it's the most efficient thing that I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a copper. I don't need it in my inventory. Oh, well, I do because I covered it with a cobweb. So this would be 2. I'm going to pop it in where the stone would be. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's all of us done.
Then do you cover that copper up?
I need to cover that copper up, yes. Good. That gets covered. And the house, so when you're mining the background, so the house is not suddenly going to fall down the hole, it's going to stay where it is. The bottom of it classes as like a platform, so you can go in and stand on it. All right then, so I think we're all good for this turn. It's enemy time. Okay, let's just check our objectives. Have we opened a chest in a non-forest biome yet? Nope. Equip a non-wood armor set, but soon. House with an anvil in your world, so the next one up is the anvil one. And then mine an ore. So I've just mined an ore.
Oh, okay.
So actually we now get to share 2 ore of the mined type. That means we have 2 copper, and any of us can have it. I'm happy to hold on to it for now and then donate it to you later, if you wish.
You actually should have one anyway.
I was about to say, that's why I'm going to tell it to 3. Sure. Or I can donate it to you and you can just hold it. But...
I'm good. I think you've got space for it. So
great. And when we get the anvil, to build some copper stuff, it's 2 or 3. So we're actually on par of like getting some copper armor and stuff. So great. Okay, perfect. So now it's the end of the turn. We're going to move this on. And you'll notice that we've moved into the one where there's a nasty looking thing. So the way that works is enemies will spawn on any spawn point in the world that is on the same tile or an orthogonally adjacent tile to a player. We're actually in pretty good shape here, apart from, unfortunately, Jacob over there in the snow biome, because there is one here that's
could have been 2 though.
It could have been.
It could have been.
So if we grab a surface snow enemy out there,
surface snowy enemy,
and we're still in the daytime, that affects sometimes what enemies are drawn. So there's some zombies that come out at night time, some flying eyes, there's all sorts of things.
I've got an ice slime.
Whoa.
Your favourite.
I love them.
And sadly, it's right next to you in time to attack, so you're going to just have to hunker
I'm aware
down.
of that.
But you can see sometimes why having one of these in front of you would be good in that situation. But that's okay. It's all good. So as this is the closest, let's do this one first. So we know it's going to attack you straight away. We know it's going to attack you with 3d4. Who would you choose? Who would like to roll it for you? I've suddenly got better at rolling, just to warn you.
I trust you. I trust you.
I don't trust you. 1, 3, 4.
3.
Okay, so it's done. It's basically done 2 damage to you.
Ouch. Hey, Russell, I heard you got a potion.
Yeah. And it's going to put 2 more frozen into your...
2 more? Oh my gosh,
yeah, because it's done 1 for each. Let me give you one for now, and then we'll get the other one in a second. Okay, so that's going in there, but don't worry, it'll all be fine. You're not using your ready slot at the moment anyway, so you know, we don't need it, so it's all good. Great, but it also means you're next to something. If you can kill it, that you're going to get lots of cool stuff again. So actually, we need more gel for this next house anyway.
Well, I've already got 2.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Great. Okay, so that one's done, and this one's going to move towards you. What was the movement of a red slime?
I think it's 2.
2. Okay.
No, 2.
So it's going to go 1, and because it's a walking enemy or sliming enemy, it's going to drop down to this hole, but it is adjacent to you, so it is going to attack you.
So anyway, we can fill that up with
there is not, sadly. You can't
Bury the slime.
That's it. But the nice thing is you kept your defense out, so you're actually going to have a boost of your defense now. So let's do this. What's the attack of a red slime?
It is 2 dice.
2d4. Okay, and you've got a defense
of 1. Yeah.
So you roll, and we'll show you how the defense numbers work.
A 3.
So they've rolled a 4
actually.
and a 2. So normally they would have done damage to you.
But
yeah, so you basically take however many shields there are, and you add them to one of the dice you roll. So in the future, you'll be rolling more dice. You could choose one. You can't split it across.
Choose your best one.
This is a 5, so you've basically protected yourself, which is great. So you've kind of hunkered down, and the slime's just slimed past. I'm not sure. But you've been safe. Great. Lovely.
Great.
All right then. So enemies have done their thing. We've done the enemy turn. We've checked all of these. No more slimes have been killed yet, but there's another 2 ready to be taken down. So we're getting closer to this. And so we'll carry on with our turn. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So 4 more cards. Oh, that's been used as well. Do you want to put that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I've drawn one of my frozens.
Okay, so if you read out what it says on the frozen.
Remove any card in your ready slot, then place this card in your ready slot. This card cannot be discarded by another card effect.
So it goes into your ready slot, and basically it's blocking it for now.
Yeah.
There are ways of taking that out. You'll see at the bottom it says nurse NPC. So if we had the nurse spawned, we would be able to pay her to unfreeze you. Sadly, at the moment, that's not the case. If another frozen comes out, and there's already a frozen in your ready slot, it will do you a damage, but it will get discarded. So. Okay, so if that frozen comes out again, you're going to take a damage.
Yes.
So it might be worth us thinking about how we can heal you.
Well, I've got my rest.
You do?
So I think
What does that say, just for
the viewers?
Yeah.
So I can either get a coin or I can use it to heal 1 health if I have less than 3. I currently have 2.
Perfect. So you can...
I will discard that.
Yeah, great.
I'm also... Can I just give this to him?
You absolutely can. So we can
use
discard
my
that straight
healing
away.
potion.
So
I'll just throw it up
That's
there.
it. Perfect. So you're actually going to go up another 1.
4.
So look at you go.
It's almost
You're
like it didn't even get
healed
attacked
now.
at all.
I'm nearly fit and healthy.
That's it. Great. Perfect. I think that's good knowing that there's other Frozens in your deck. That's probably the right thing for us to do. Great. And something we've just noticed is that obviously you moved down into this tile, which means we've got the first of our cavern layer tiles.
Okay.
So forest, and we're in the upper caverns now. So we basically find the forest upper caverns tile here. And we're going to start discovering some more things. Now, iron, which we talked about potentially needing for this house.
We have some of there as well.
We do have some over there, which I'm fairly close to. And we've also spawned an enemy. So we're now starting to spawn enemies that are spicier the further we go down.
Big bad boy.
So this is this one.
Yes, it is. So we're in the forest biome and we're in the upper cavern layer. When you're under the ground, night and day don't matter anymore. So you'll notice there aren't any like night or day ones.
What have we got?
Oh,
got a flying
cave bat, which is appropriate given it's a cavern.
Something that's not a slime.
Yes. So flying enemies, the difference is that they will move through the air to get to you. So whereas a slime would have to follow the laws of physics to get to you, a bat will basically, well, it's still the laws of physics, but but it's going to go through the air to get to the nearest player.
So at the moment I am safe.
You are, because there's no way for them to get
But
to
if I created a... Okay, good to know.
But you know, killing them does give you cool stuff as well. All right, so I'm also at the point where I'm trying to save up to 10 to buy that, to get that merchant spawned, because the merchant, not only do they need to have someone with 10, there needs to be a house for the person to live in, and we have that. So as soon as I get to 10 coins, merchant's coming out, which means we have access to lots of other better cards.
Perfect.
Okay, all right then. So what are our plans? Let's have a little think.
What do we need to get that house?
We need 2 wood. How many wood have we got?
I don't have any.
Okay, so we need wood. So that's fine. We need 2 stone. And there's plenty of stone next to me.
I've got 1 as well.
Okay, so I could sort that out. And we need 1 iron. So we have some iron here, and we have some iron here. And then we need slime.
Which I have 2 of.
Perfect. And one of the prerequisites is having the house with the workbench in the world, which we do. So we're pretty close. And once we build this house, we're going to be having lots of cool. So this is where we can start building new weapons. This is where we can start getting armor sets and putting them over. And it might be worth us working towards that. I've got some copper, so I could probably get a copper armor set if we do that.
Cool.
Can I attack this one from here?
Yes.
I also realised I have got an assist. So
given that I've
got
basically started with 3.
yeah, and you had to use 1 to do that, I'm happy to let you draw another card.
Good. Yeah.
As long as it's not frozen.
If this is another frozen, I personally blame you. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Oh, that was
more.
fantastic.
Okay,
Actually, we got plenty.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can do this. Get the stuff we need for this house this turn.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that card's action point to attack this slime.
Okay. What would you like me to roll for its defense? I think it's 2d4.
Whatever I've got.
No, it's 1d4. It's not very. It's
defense 1d4.
Yeah, so it's not good at defending. All right, here goes.
3.
4.
4 and a 3.
Perfect.
So taking it out, and it has only got 1 health.
It does.
It does. Perfect.
Yeah. So
I've
on the
killed that.
tokens, it will tell you how many wounds it
does,
has. Yes.
So that one's gone. And my reward...
2 money and 2 gel.
2 money. Okay, that's great.
I thought that was your money pile then for a
No.
second. I was like,
That's
you
what I
got
thought.
rich
2
really
money.
quick.
He's
And
keeping that
2
quiet.
gel. Now I have space to hold this actually, so...
Perfect. Great.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well that was easy. What's your next plan?
I actually don't know if you have things, plans, because I think maybe do you want to...
That was my thought, but then I got immensely frozen. So now I'm a bit apprehensive. But then if I don't, it's just going to attack me.
I think attack it because it's quite weak.
It's weak
when
good
you're
defense.
exactly.
Yeah.
I reckon go for it because then actually if you do that, you can do the plan before, which is get the wood from this tree, and then we'll have enough
that
wood.
was my
for
thinking.
You'd also have enough gold to buy another card, and that might be good for you.
No offense. but
would you be able to work that in with the frozen cards? Would that help
No.
you?
So on the frozen card, it says you can't use another card to discard it
Okay,
specifically.
fine. All right,
That
so-
would be a loophole.
Yeah.
Cool, so I will attack it.
Okay, let's do
You're
it.
using one of your
Ice
action
slime
points.
defense.
Is only 1.
It is. I've got it. I've got it ready.
All right, come on.
1.
4.
Oh,
Hey, okay, so
it was so
used an
difficult
action point.
previously, and now you smashed it. So you're going to get lots of gel and lots of coins.
Sweet.
Cool. So so that is 3 coins and 4 gel.
Great.
You know what? You're actually
Resource, you can only
close.
have up to 5, right?
Correct.
You're actually closer to unlocking the NPC than you are.
Oh, yeah. Best laid plans. I was like, I'm going to get rich really quickly. I haven't actually spent anything, and I've still not got much money. Right, that's fine. That's how it goes. Okay, so if you wanted to, with 2 of those action points, you could just get the 2 wood straight off.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might just use my explore more
Great.
to whack that tree down.
Perfect. Which means we know we've then got enough wood to do that, and then you've got 1 action point left.
Yeah. Part of me thinking. Let me get your guys' opinion on it. Yeah. Do I move just 1 to the left to reveal some more tiles?
Might be good, because actually if there's an iron here, for example, we don't have to go
Because
like,
then I'm thinking I'm
to do
expanding up here for me and you, but then I'm also expanding the cave for Russell.
You'll also be closer to doing a chest in a non-forest biome.
Great
idea. Cool, I'll do that then. So if you wouldn't mind, we just move me 1 to the left.
And then we're in the snow biome on the surface for that one, so reveal this one. Oh, good.
No enemies.
No enemies. A copper, quite nice.
Perfect.
So we can do that. And then we want an underground one. There. And there's an iron. Well, that worked out very nicely. Yeah. Whether it's technically closer than me getting this one, I'm not sure, but we've got choices.
It's an option.
We've got options. We've got options. Okay, great. All right, perfect. And that's all your action points done, isn't it? Right then, what's your plan?
What is this?
That is gem. So there are certain items that need gems. They're pretty rare, but you can start making magic equipment with gems. Okay. So there's a staff that you can use to summon things, and so probably at this point we don't need it yet. If you're going past it, I would pick it up, but actually it might be worth us focusing more on kind of the iron.
Yeah, can I access this stone?
You can from where you are, because actually it's diagonal to you.
Okay.
So yeah, you
so
could
I think I'll do that, and that'll be 2 points.
2 action
right?
points. Yeah, and you've already got that in your inventory. You can just pop that up, and I will stick a
cover it up with the thing. And then I'm also going to use this for the coin, because I still have full health, because I haven't been bad at fighting like Jacob over here.
Agreed.
I did help you out.
Okay.
Cooperative game.
Cooperative game. I'm the one sat here with 5 gels, so.
And then, you know what? Because I don't have anything particularly useful I can do with 1, what I'll do is I'll put this in my ready slot.
Great idea.
So I can use it for next
in case lots of enemies rock up. Perfect. Okay then. So down to me. So I've got this one to get a coin. So we'll do that. I'm getting there. I may still be able to do the merchant. You never know, but probably not. I've got 3 action points. I think I'm going to go for that iron. Right?
Yeah, because how much more stuff do we need to build that?
So we've got 2 wood from Jacob.
Do you want 2 wood?
I've got the 2 stone.
The iron I'll get, and 2 gel.
I've got
plenty of gel.
Swimming in gel.
And actually, if I do that, we'll reveal some more things as well.
Yes.
So let's move on and do that. And actually, I can jump up into the house, so my movement's fairly efficient. I won't get there this turn, but I'll get close. Yeah. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And just so you know, in this game, the cactuses also provide wood. I know that's not how trees work.
Well, I've never chopped down a cactus, so
Terraria,
there's no way of knowing that's not true.
Terraria contains so many different types of wood. We decided just 1 type of wood would be the...
Cactus making wood's a bit unrealistic. Apart from the slimes,
they're
incredibly realistic.
Yeah. So I will now reveal these. So let's start at the top. So we've got a desert.
You might be doing a death sentence for me here.
I may, and for myself.
Oh, there we go.
There we are. So could you draw me a surface desert enemy? And then I've got an underground.
Surface desert enemy.
Oh, and there's some more iron below, so it's not all bad. But that does use all of my action points. All right.
Okay, so we need a daytime cactus
Since
enemy.
I am quite close to affording
we
that NPC, would you like to take something from the market?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I think that would be good.
And then I'll save up for...
Great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will, with that 5, I'm going to just buy, because I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my second win. So thank you for that. That was good. All right. And we have just spawned an antlion.
Yeah.
So an antlion.
6 money.
It is 6 money, but it's also a little bit. It is. And also, if you take a look in the bestiary, all of the things we've been fighting so far have had. All the things we've fought so far attack you adjacently, but you'll notice the antlion attacks you at mid-range.
Though.
They don't,
so
but they will attack you at basically on the same tile.
Okay.
Or an adjacent tile.
Okay.
I'm in a bad position.
Wait, so it can reach you from there?
It can reach me from there.
Range is in tile.
Yeah, so basically adjacent is next, mid-range is the same tile or another tile, long range is anywhere, but there has to be line of sight, so it's very rare that it actually happens. But the same is for us if we have bows and things like that, actually. If we can, but there's obviously lots of things in the way, so that's quite tricky. But I am a little concerned about my situation.
And just so people know, it attacks you with 2 dice.
It does 2d4. And one. Okay, it's not as terrible as I remembered.
No.
I thought it was worse than that. Well, that's good. Okay, I've just got to get there and get rid of it. Basically, is my situation. Okay, fine. Let's do that then.
It'll be fine.
All right. Okay. I've got no action points left.
Yeah, I think everyone's done with
Everyone's done.
actions now.
So let's just check for any objectives we've not done. So
Oh, yeah.
Open any chest in a non-forest
Nearly.
biome.
Nearly.
Next turn.
Equip a non-wood armor set. No,
Not
but I
yet.
think soon. Have a house with an anvil in your world. Soon.
Nearly.
And then collect a cobweb from an underground tunnel. Now, that wasn't revealed when you did that, but there is one right there. So you could either go for that one, or you could run and go back into that one if you wanted to.
And on that, is that inactive now? Should that be covered up?
No, so cobwebs don't actually disappear
Ooh,
in the board
okay.
game because it's one of those things that you can run through and tap them and use them to build rope.
The
and
spiders
things like
just
that.
going to immediately like spin a new one.
Very efficient spiders, absolutely. So that's objectives, and before we move on to the next turn, we're going to need to resolve the enemy attacks. Now, at the moment, this one's not doing anything because it's down underneath the ground.
Can't see anyone.
However, this one is definitely going to get me. So there's basically clear line of sight from that line to me.
I'm going to do a 2 attack.
2 attack. I'm not too worried about that, but I need to get in and sort them out
But
before they start.
you haven't seen my rolls yet.
That's it, yeah, all right. So I'm rolling 1, there's 2,
Oh, 2 for
if you're going to do the
I'll do
ant-lion.
that.
Here we go,
Come on,
it's doing a
time to
range.
redeem myself.
1.
A 4 and a 1. Dang.
Brilliant, so I've taken 2 hits there.
2 hits,
So,
sorry.
1, 2. I'm going to wish that I had a consumable as well at this point, but hey, they're only going to attack me once, so that's good. All right, so we've resolved that. We've checked our objectives, we'll move on, and we can draw our next
All right,
cards.
shuffle
So I've got
this.
my 4 here. I'm not quite hurt enough to use my rest for that yet, but hey, I do have an assist though, so someone can draw a card.
I will say I've got a frozen.
Oh, okay, so what happens
So,
now?
so it gets discarded, but it does you a damage because you've already got a frozen in your
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got 1, 2,
Wow.
3.
Absolutely rolling in
4.
action points.
Ah, man, if I can get 1 more coin after this, I can...
And I've got an
buy another
assist.
card.
So
I
think
also
I'll-
have an assist.
Well, let me donate my assist to you.
Oh, thank you. So charitable.
And then you could always donate yours back to me. I'm not saying you have to. It's not like a quid pro quo thing or pressure, but it would be lovely if you did.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
You don't have to decide now.
That's it. So I'm thinking for my turn, just so you.
Oh, I have this as well, actually.
Yeah, you
So I
can
can
get
draw
that.
that. I don't have to draw it now.
No, you don't have to. You can keep it there for later if you
Okay.
want. I'll just vocalize what I'm thinking. Really, the main thing we now need now is iron, right?
Yeah.
And I am actually very close to getting the iron, so I reckon I just do that because iron is 2, and I've got 3 action points, so I can move 1, dig it, and then we basically can build the house.
Yes. Cool.
Shall I just do that now? It does put me closer to the antlion, but if I'm honest, that's going to be bad for me either way. Shall I just get that done and then we can see what we... Because actually, if we do that, we can actually build some armor.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 action points.
Yeah.
I also
Could
have 5.
Could I not mine this from it if I dug down here? Could I not mine this?
You could.
So that'd be 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah,
3,
3,
4. I'm just thinking, if you go closer to that thing, you are potentially putting yourself at risk. So I
True.
could get the iron.
True. All I'm thinking is that I will be able to, if I can attack this, I won't be able to attack this turn, but if I can survive, it'll give me lots of gold. And also, if I can open this chest, it'll do a...
Well, I assume that's
yeah,
your
that's true.
plan, right?
Yeah, literally the only thing I have planned set in stone, pun intended.
And that would give us...
is sorry from the chest.
You'd get an Explore More card. Just
Okay,
spoiler
do you
alert.
know what I'm going to do then? I'm going to hide inside the house. Because actually, like, it can't get me from inside the house, so I'm
Wait.
just going to go back in.
Here's a thought. When we place the house,
Yes.
where are we allowed to place it?
You can place it anywhere. You want me to put it in front of me to block me from the enemy? Amazing work. Well, in that case, do you want to mine the iron?
Yes.
We'll build the house there, and then I'll hide.
1, 2, 3,
Seems like
4.
perfect
1,
kind of effect for me.
2. I think I can do it without using this card as well.
All
so
right,
what I'll do is
let's
I'll
see. I'm
move for
excited.
1.
Yeah.
I'll take the gold from that.
Okay.
So I'm going to move. Now I'm going to use this to dig
Yeah,
down,
down 1.
below me.
Yeah, I'll get you a token for that. That one's here.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use these 2 to mine this.
iron.
And nice. All right. So
right.
now
You need to
that
up the
iron, you
Yeah.
can.
I
have
can.
that.
Well, I don't
Oh,
have any
sorry.
space for iron. Who had space for
Wait.
iron? It's okay. I
Wait,
can
wait,
replace.
Do we just need one?
I mean, I have space.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need one. I've got space. I'm not using copper,
Okay.
so I can
Yeah.
take
go
that.
For it.
So do I need to use a?
Yeah.
slot for that?
You do.
Yeah.
But we're going to
You're
use
not
it
gonna use
straight
it
away.
straight
but
away.
it's worth just putting
Okay,
it down.
sweet. So I
Okay.
think we have everything now.
Great. Let's double
Yeah.
check. So 2 wood,
Yes,
Okay.
me.
Spend
2 stone.
spending it.
Perfect. 1 iron.
Spending it.
And 2 gel.
Spending it.
I was absolutely
I'm depleted.
useless
I
on
will
that.
spend it because I.
Moral support.
Did you have 5?
I had 5.
I can use it because I've got nothing.
Oh wait, how many did
It's
you
more
have?
efficient. I had 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to place that there then, which is a great idea because now I'm protected and I still haven't used any of my points yet. So I'm loving that idea. Okay, great. Cool. Well, that means we have also done some more objectives because we have now
House with that anvil
in our world.
So we all get one of these second
We all
wind
get
cards.
a second wind card, so that's nice. We're all powering up a little. So
In our discard pile, right?
in our discard pile. We haven't collected the cobweb yet, but you can do that soon. Equip a non-wood armor set.
We're about to do this
We're about
one
to
as
do
well.
that. All right. Well, in that case, why don't you take your goes next, and then
So I'll do my assist, and I will be nice, and I will give you a
thank
card
you. Much appreciated.
to
I will just
open
shuffle my discard.
open that chest.
All right. Let me just.
You're
draw
going to
mine.
use a point to open this chest.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
All right.
So we are now in the snow biome, so we need to get you a snow
chest.
chest. So there you go.
What we got?
What have you got in the surface?
Got 2 coins.
Perfect.
Which, to be fair, is quite good because I'm saving up.
Exactly.
Oh,
See,
hang on.
Yeah,
How much you got?
excellent.
9.
I now have 9.
Great.
One
Very
more
close.
coin.
And then this, what happens with this chest card?
You can give it back to me. That basically gets discarded, and then we can.
So I need to find a way to get 1 coin.
Okay. So there's no enemies to attack at the moment, but there may be soon.
Yeah.
Can we
the
exchange
next turn there will
coins?
be.
We can technically. So we could just give you some coins.
I'm just going to
theoretically.
give you a coin.
Cool. Let's do it.
Oh, actually, I'm so close.
Let me give you a coin now because you let me buy. You suggested I buy some stuff earlier.
Yes.
You do that.
There we go.
So.
Ah,
The
fantastic.
merchant
got my 10.
spawns when any player has 10 coins and house available. We actually
And
have
those
more than
coins are
that.
spent.
They are not spent.
Oh,
no.
oh my
It's just
God.
that you have them. And the great thing about that is
What's this NPC's deal? Do they just smell money?
they do. So if you flip over that,
The whole deck.
yeah, you'll see these are the merchant action cards.
okay.
You have some that cost 8, some that cost 15. They're all unique and they're much more fun. So you can now, if you want to, buy an 8 one or
I'm
save.
going to.
So have a look through.
Yeah, you can have a look at which ones.
Oh,
Should we show
yeah,
them?
you get
do the
choice.
top.
Should we show them?
Okay.
Yeah, let's show them.
So we got that one, which is basically an explore even more. You said that earlier on.
So that's gain 2 action points or discard a card to get 3.
Quick thinking.
Yeah.
So that's allowed to draw 2 cards and discard 1.
Yeah. So you can kind of get a choice of what you get rid of.
Bandage up. I think you guys should be looking at that one.
So that's basically, if you're on 1 health, you get 2 health back.
Okay.
So it's kind of the final, check one.
Spring clean. Discard 1 card from your hand, then draw. Or scrap a card. Now that's new, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is where scrapping starts coming in. So you can get rid of cards you don't want, but the way this works is when you scrap that card, then you scrap this card. So it's like a one-off scrap.
Okay.
Can these be scrapped?
They can't be scrapped. Again, it says you can't use any other
excited.
card effects.
Get them. Duplicate your smallest attack die for this turn.
That's pretty good. So we would be rolling 2d4 each time on that turn if you have that card.
And then duck and weave. Once this turn, re-roll your lowest value defense dice. That's good.
Yeah.
I think the rest of these cost 15.
and they're even better.
Yeah.
But
But I
that's your
don't have
choice.
enough, so.
Yeah.
Would you like to buy one of these? Do you get it in your discard pile?
You put it in your discard pile and it comes out multiple times like it would normally with other cards. Yeah.
See, I'm thinking this one just because I'm always at chronically not full health.
Yeah, let's
so,
do that then. Yeah,
yeah,
take
let's
one.
do that.
So that costs you 8. We'll pop those ones back. And these are unique, so it means once someone's bought one, you can't get that one again. But there are plenty in there for us. Great. So I haven't done that. Perfect. All right then. Great. Well, that was a nice little way to get the NPCs out. Perfect. So what's the plan? You've opened the chest. Have you got any action points left?
Yeah, I got 4 action points
Wow, I
left.
mean,
but I don't really know what to do with them.
I'm thinking, let's have a look at, now we've got the anvil and the furnace, we can start looking at the crafting matrix about what armor and weapons we can build.
You said you want to buy a bow?
Yeah, it might, if you're dealing with that enemy that's ranged, it might be worth
So
you
the
hitting
bow
a
we
ranged
don't
weapon.
need, we actually don't need an anvil or anything for a bow. I could get a bow at any point, but it's not very powerful.
Well, actually, you can get a better bow.
So that would be a good one that we could do. You can also get armor now. So I think now I could buy some copper armor.
Nice.
Because if you check copper armor, I think it's 2 copper. It's on the bottom of the, that's it. I think copper
armor,
oh, it's
it
3.
costs 3
I have
copper.
3. So I could get some copper armor.
Yeah,
so
do it.
maybe I will do that.
Oh, and that sets you up very nicely for defense. It gives you a
It feels like something I would need.
Yes.
So maybe I'll go for some copper armor. Cool. I'm gonna get some copper armor. So I'm gonna find it in our transparent armor cards.
These are cool.
Yeah. So the way these work is they overlay your card here, and the way this works, it might be a little difficult to see on camera, is they overlay, and then we'll have the artwork of the art on them. for example, like this wood armor one, that's now increased my defense from 1d4 to 2d4 and a d6. So I am suddenly much more well defended than I was before. But that does cost me my 3 copper here, but that's fine. All right. Okay, so what's the plan for everyone else? What are you wanting to do? You've got some action points there. Do you want to go and start mining some copper or?
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth me trying to get some of these bits and bobs down here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can I just ask a random question? Is this now connected?
No. So you can't go through anything where there's 2 corners touching like this. So you would have to get rid of that one or that one to get
The
into
enemy
that
can't get to me as well.
They can't get to you. They'll fly up to here, but they won't do anything through that gap.
I'm just thinking if there's a way that I can get down to there and still be able to get back up using my platform or...
Yeah, so there's actually an easier way, which actually we can talk about because we have a cobweb. So this is the perfect time for cobwebs. So cobwebs, the way they work is you place them and then you imagine there's an infinite rope going all the way down.
Nice.
Rope are made from one cobweb, and there are some here. And when you place it, let's say you placed it next to you here, you then imagine that there is an infinite rope going all the way down.
Yeah.
And so once you've mined underneath it, you can go up and down the rope. Up and down the rope costs 1 action point for 2 movements. It's actually quicker to go up and down, and it's a great way to build kind of a way to get up and down. So that's one thing you could do if you wanted to. That would cost a cobweb, which I do have. The alternative is, as you say, you can build platforms and then move down, or you can build them above your head as you go down.
Yeah. I mean, are you attached to that cobweb?
No, you may have it. You may cobweb away.
So that's
It's pretty bad cobweb if it doesn't attach to people, though, right?
Do you want to drop like the rope here and then go down?
Yeah, so then I can go down and nosy about all those
So I'll get rid of my 1 cobweb. Great. And obviously you can start then mining here and you can drop down. Also, it prevents fall damage because you're on a rope.
I might as well use all of these because I don't have a
absolutely.
ready slot. I can't put them in. So I've got 4 actions. I might just mine those 2 and then mine that iron.
Yep, so you're going to need to move. So you're going to go 1, mine that 1, 2,
and then
3,
mine the
4.
iron.
Wait, so when you mine, you can go into it for free?
You can move into it if you want to.
In that case, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Okay, so...
So you're basically going all the way down here?
Yes.
Nice.
So that'll give you an iron.
No.
And you've
No,
got...
you don't. Do you have a place to store it?
I mean, I can. Currently, all I have is gel. So I've got a lot of space. Could I get a little iron tile? to
you
put on
may,
here?
yeah. There's an iron tile for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just do it instead of my copper.
Great. And during your turn, you opened that chest in the snow biome, didn't you? Which means
Oh, yeah.
this. So
Oh, we all get an
explore more card.
Sweet. There's one for you.
Thank you.
There's one for you.
Thank you.
There's one for me. Oh, we're out of these now. Does that mean that's it?
It does. So there are more in the game technically, but for our playthrough today, we've run out. But there are actually more than that, so we wouldn't run out in this.
That means that the next is an open a 2 chest in the underground layer.
Okay. Well, there aren't any at the moment, but there might be at some
might
point.
some.
Great. Okay. And you've got some iron now.
I do. I have one iron.
And so if you look at iron armor,
Oh, we've also
we have
some
perfect.
biomes.
Let's flip this one over. Okay, we'll need an enemy for there.
Okay.
Nope, sorry, no, that's the wrong one. That's that one.
Oh, so
enemy
the
there.
enemies.
And then this
2
one is
snowy.
snow.
Snowy level 2 one is a red slime. It's just trapped in there on its own. We've got a snowy level.
No.
Oh,
we don't.
there's
no
none.
enemies.
Okay, that was lucky.
Oh,
All right,
there's an
so
icy chest.
that's the ice biome. So below the snow biome is the ice. So we have that there. All right then. So let's. You've spent your points.
I'm done.
You also have. So it's back to me again. All right. My plan was quite grandiose, but now actually I haven't really got that much to do. So I could just. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to get anywhere near this antlion, so I'm going to start undermining it basically.
Nice.
So that should be fairly quick for me to do. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. But I will have to roll because it's 2, but it's worth it.
Well, don't you just you don't dig once and then stop and then dig once?
Yeah, I mean theoretically I can. Yeah, that's a good point. So let's do 1 and then that's the second one. So it goes. So that's 1, 2 of my points, and then I think I've got an assist as well. Who would like a card?
Did you not give that to Jacob already?
Oh yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, and then I've got 2 more. So I think I'm just going to move to here, and then we'll find out what I've spawned around me. So we'll go 1, 2.
Also, you need to spawn one under you.
I do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I haven't got any defense now, so let's hope it's nothing too spicy. All right. So we are in the desert. We are under the second bit. So underground. Oh, a chest. Lovely. And then we're in the desert upper cavern layer. Flip this one over.
Ooh.
So gold, hardened sand, which basically you can't take into inventory, just gets in the way, and some iron. So, well, that's me done then. So I am all, copper armored up now. I might be able to pop up and get this in a second.
So as far as enemies concerned, that nobody can reach us, right?
No, at the moment, nobody can reach us. So we're all like good to go.
And this one won't come towards me.
So this one will move towards you because it always moves one if it's not doing something. So
okay.
There we go. There we are, and it's flying, so it's able to. If it was a slime, it wouldn't do anything because it's basically on the ground, but that one will move towards you.
All right, so next round?
Yeah, so we'll check what we've got here.
Oh, yeah.
So, not done that. Equip a non-wood armor set.
Ah, yes.
I've done that.
Yes.
Everyone can choose either 1 ore matching the armor type or 3 coins.
So
So you
one
can either take
copper or 3 coins.
copper or 3 coins.
I'll
think-
take the coins because I've covered up my copper. So
Oh, I'm so close to 2 copper, and I could also get copper. I think I'm going to take the ore.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't have... I'm going to take the money.
Okay.
I'm going to buy
Take
another.
the money and run. Okay, perfect. Done that. We've done those bits. Bosses haven't spawned yet. We need to kill some more slimes.
yeah,
Yes.
That's
okay.
what there's not as many
That
slimes
was-
as I expected.
that was my aim.
Yeah,
this
that's
round.
great. Okay, cool. In which case, we're going to move the tracker on and draw our next hand of cards.
All right. I've got the assist.
Oh, I've got second wind.
Nice. Oh, and I have this one technically as well. So let's find some slimes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start.
Who's close to a slime?
Me.
Oh, do you want to just
Yeah.
go and punch that one?
And if you move on to here, we'll reveal 1, 2,
Yes.
3. Now we will be revealing some more spicy things, but it's kind of fun.
How much does it
Or
take
after.
to get to that?
So gems, just remember, are 3, I believe. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They are 3 to mine.
Okay.
Could I just start off by killing that or trying to at least?
Yeah. So you want to
So
sort of dig
I'll
through to that
use-
one, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'll use 1 action point
Yep.
to dig through.
Absolutely. So you're going across here. We'll just stick that like that because it's still. So you're here and you're going to attack that
Yes.
one. Okay.
Yep, I have 1
And
d4,
remind me of the red.
a red, 1.
One
4.
defense.
1. Great.
You going to attack it again?
Yeah, why not? Oh wait, I don't. Do I take damage?
No, because
when
you're
you're
attacking it.
Yes.
Thankfully.
Come on.
2.
2.
One.
Ah, dang.
Let's go again.
So you're on your
1.
3rd action point now?
Yeah, we're on here.
1. There we
3,
go.
okay.
Got it. Okay, so
it's
slime
dead.
goes up.
Dead slime.
You're going to get some gel and some coins.
What are we putting
2
in?
I'll
coins,
pop
2
that in.
gel.
Thank you.
I've already got the max gel.
Oh, shall I take some gel?
Have some gel.
Thank you. How much gel?
2.
2.
Do you have an action point left?
You
I
have 3.
action
Do you want to move in so we can explore some more
I
things
shall,
here? So
yes.
1 to move into here, which you'll fall down.
go
But
down
that's...
that.
We're then going to be in the. Let's do this one first. This one here will be an underground. There we go. Let's
Another
spawn an
enemy.
enemy there, and then we'll have
Another-
one which is an upper cavern here. We
Oh,
also have an
gonna
enemy
have to
there.
do
Now we're
One
talking.
from here,
Okay, so that's.
which is a... Oh, that's a new enemy.
It is indeed. That is a
Another
giant worm.
looking thing.
And then
That's going to
actually-
come through the blocks to get you. Just to warn you.
Can't wait.
And then we've got this new enemy
Yep,
here, which
so this
is
is an
a...
upper cavern in the biome.
wait,
Who
so-
knows what we'll have? Ah, now, this is perfect timing. Sometimes when you think you're going to get an enemy, you don't get an enemy, you get something nice.
Okay.
So this is a life crystal, and what it basically means is that if we pick that up, you can extend your health board
Oh.
by 2 spaces.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty fun. And also that'll unlock the nurse NPC, because she says spawns when any player has 6 maximum health and a house available.
can get rid of that.
I need that.
I feel like that's something for you to go for.
Do you know what?
Sure.
I then will go and grab a cobweb, which will help us unlock this,
Great.
and then you can use that rope to go down and get it.
Perfect. Well,
Okay.
look at the planning on that.
Now, I need to use a platform to get up
You
here,
do,
right?
yeah.
So
you
I
need to build
use a
one
pla-
above you.
So I need, and that's just a free action.
Yep.
So then I'll spend, say, 1,
Yep.
2 action points to go up there, and
Yep.
I've collected a cobweb, which I
Which
will
you're
just
going to donate. So there's a
throw.
cobweb.
Well, actually, I throw it to you, actually.
Oh yeah, because I've already
'Cause
got
you
a
can
slot
store
for
it.
it. Yeah.
And
And
then-
then you're going to have completed the objective.
Do we
as
do this
well.
now?
We do.
And what is that? Reese?
Everyone gets an iron ore. That's
Ooh.
perfect timing, actually. So
Sweet.
everyone gets an iron, which means that we can like potentially level up some stuff. Also, if someone wants to get an
That's
iron
what I was gonna
sword or
say,
something, I
we-
could donate my iron to
Oh,
them.
I'd
We've
love to
got
do that.
Yeah.
Because
Iron
I'm
bits going.
Now
gonna
we're
try
really
and
cooking
run
on
after
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
episodes.
most likely to face an enemy? Because it might be worth getting some armor or some
King
weapons or
Slime
something.
is going to come out in the surface of the forest. We need to get back up there. You can get up to the surface easily.
Yes. Yes.
I'm kind of near the surface. I need to do some work to get there. You're not
I need
so
some
much.
wood.
Yeah, you do.
I might see you guys. Bye.
Yeah. So
Can you use rope to go up as well?
no, so you have to place rope at the top, but one of us can drop a rope down.
Got
to
it,
you.
okay.
So I can basically come out of here and put a rope up here for you if you want.
Who wants the assist, by the way?
I'm going to say that my goal is to get back up to the surface, so maybe I should have that.
Right. I think at this point, my goal,
Yeah.
if you guys agree with me, possibly go down here to get that crystal and then book it back up to the surface.
You'll probably want to pop a rope here now then,
Yeah,
right?
that was
so
my thinking.
Can you go through this, or is it easier to go through this?
So it's much easier to go through. And ice, let me remind myself, ice is
In
2.
that case,
So
you need
it's the
2
same.
ropes.
It's just ice you don't do anything with. So it's just
Then
structural.
this is where you'll want
wait,
to go,
no.
right?
I can stand on this diagonal one, can't I?
Yeah.
Cool. So then I could dig down there, place a platform there, place a rope there. Because then I can rope
You
up
don't
to
need
there,
to place a platform,
across.
I don't think. You just need to.
Well, no, because they'd be mined. I wouldn't be able to get up there. If I put a
Oh,
platform
I
there, I'd be
see.
there,
Yes,
platform
I'm
up,
thinking.
then up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
All right
So
then.
do you want me to give?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
yeah.
for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
absolutely.
But then I can't cross the gap. I'd be on this side and there'd be a gap there that I can't cross. I'd need another platform. How'd you get platforms?
They
just a
cost
wood.
1 wood each. I have a platform that I will donate to you.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Because we got one from a reward
Yes.
earlier
Yeah.
on, so that at least gives you the
My
chance
plan
to
now
do that.
works.
You know when I said it's a good idea to get as many trees as you can before you go
Yeah.
underground? Now we see why.
I'm
It's
gonna
all
use.
making sense.
I'm gonna use this action to go. Where's the nearest? I'm gonna try and maybe get that iron, but I'm gonna go here, which will explore another tile.
Yes, it will. So we are in the forest there. So let's grab the forest one. Where are you? Forest? Wow.
Oh
my
wow,
God.
there's a lot of stuff.
Wow. A lot of things there. Absolutely. Do you want to do your
I'll
maneuver?
start Operation Life Crystal. Yeah, I can go from there to there if there was a platform
Yes,
there, right? Yeah. Like a platform there.
Yeah.
And then I'll use that
Yeah.
to dig down to there.
Okay.
But placing
Yes,
platform
once
on
it's
the way,
digged,
yeah.
I'll... Digged?
Doug.
I'll place another platform.
Okay, so you're going to go
So
one,
right
2,
down there,
put one
and
above
then
you.
whack a
Yeah,
platform
perfect.
Okay.
Great. And I do have a cobweb, so if you need a rope in the future, let me know.
there. Yeah, I will need one next turn, probably.
I like how you've done this little bloop, bloop, bloop back to
Yeah,
the surface.
smart.
Very fun. Very fun. Okay, so that's your turn done. You've got a couple of action points left.
Yes, right. I can just go and grab another cobweb so I can make my way over to this
Yeah,
iron, so I
that-
can buy a nice weapon.
Yep, you do that.
Yep. Right. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Grab a rope. Well, you can have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be the cobweb holder
Yeah.
for a little while. That's fine. All right, and then I've got 4 action points. And I'm going to probably try and get back to the surface just to, prepare for things. I could mine down. I could reveal some stuff here. I'm not too far away, am I? What do we think? Shall I go out here and see what there is? Or shall I go back and find out?
Maybe there's slimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think is can we get some...
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah,
get. We're
this-
some
yeah, we're
stuff's
gonna
gonna
get some
spawn soon anyway, so
slimes
we've
spawning.
probably got a few
Oh, we're going to get a
things.
couple.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, shall I get back so I can start attacking them? Because we need to kill
Yeah.
them before we do so. So I'm just going to spend my 4 to go 1, 2.
Oh, you're able to get out now.
Am I able to get out now? Has anyone got a wood platform?
no.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. That's fine. I can go here. I can mine that one 3.
Thank goodness.
I apologise that I nicked your
It's all right.
platform.
All right. I'm going to put that one to replace these for 3. And then I've got 4, so I can then jump up to this one. So that I'm for next turn, like ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. It is what it is. I'm nearly at the surface, but at least I can run out and stab stuff now next turn.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. And then I have this second wind, so I'm going to put it in my slot. Ready.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Okay, perfect.
No enemies.
Objectives.
So this guy would move up. Is that right?
Yeah, we moved towards 1. Other ones, we're pretty clean at the moment for enemies, though. This one
Attacks
will
with
move.
blocks.
Oh, but it's
so-
gonna come through the.
Yeah, so worm enemies go through blocks. So just remind me what the number of movement is for the worm enemy.
Which one is it?
It is, pass me the, it is...
On there. Oh, it's a giant worm.
Yeah,
is it?
giant worm is going to move 2. So it's going to go 1, 2.
great.
It's then going to attack you because you're an...
Oh, God.
Sick.
Okay, so let's do that now. So what's the attack for a giant worm?
Yeah, the attack is. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Two
2d4s and 1d6.
Two. Okay.
I'll have a D6.
D6, yeah.
All right, against...
Got my
Ouch.
Good luck.
This is why we need some more armor. Okay, let's do this. 1, 1, 3. Okay, you've got a chance.
3.
Oh.
Okay, so it's a 1 to you, but that's pretty good.
That's good.
Depending on
Pretty
what
good
you're
going.
going. All right, good.
I hope you draw that bandage up.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, woo, that was quite close. Brilliant. Okay, check the objectives. We haven't opened that. We haven't survived a night yet. Upgrade an axe, no. Upgrade a pickaxe, not yet, but that's fine.
Move our thing forward.
It's night time now, so let's bear that in mind when we're drawing things. We're going to basically spawn on any adjacent ones to us, and then we're going to spawn on those spots. So there's nobody on the surface. There's no ones next to me here. Here we're going to get one on this one, on this one.
So a snow level 2 one.
Yeah, a snow level 2 and another snow level 2.
So there's one here.
Yep.
Which is...
Slime. Perfect.
Slime.
And another slime.
Great, okay, that's good.
Okay, we need them.
Would that slime go onto that platform?
Yeah, it would fall down into that.
Is
So it's basically standing above you, which is, it's going to attack you, but you'll be able to stab it from below.
From above.
Okay. All right, then, so they're going to attack now. Sorry, no, we've moved into the next day, so they're going to attack at the end of this turn. So we get a chance to do damage to them before they do to us. So you can be the slime killer now for the rest of it. Okay, great. Let's draw our cards.
All right. 1, explore more, nice. Oh, rest, explore, and explore more.
Cool. So I got a frozen, so I'm on 1 health.
In which case, I will use my assist to give you a card in case you draw your rest.
I already have a rest, technically. And I did get a second wind, which will probably be good for attack.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. Well, I think that maybe we should focus on your killing of the slimes to see how we do there, and then we can decide on that.
Because obviously I was going to head down to get the crystal, but I haven't actually got that many action points. So it might just be worth this round trying to kill... I want to try and kill the slime. Should I try and tackle the worm? Or
you can do. I think it's going to attack you either way. Yeah. Let's go slimes first and then see what happens.
I mean, just to start off with, I'll use my rest to get 1 more health.
Yeah. And then red slime. So you're attacking the red slime. What's the red slime's defense value?
Red slime's defense is 1.
1d4. Great. Okay.
Good luck.
Do you reckon I should use my second wind?
I mean, maybe.
Are you going to go for this one as well, or are you just going to run?
Or do you want to save? Do you want to save that for killing the worm?
I'm thinking I might. Yeah, I'll just use 1.
3.
3.
Okay, great.
Okay,
so you've killed that. You're attacking the slime, weren't you? So red slime is gone.
So 2 money and 2 slime.
2 money,
I'll
2
hold
slime.
on to the slime because you don't have space for 8.
2
money. Yep. There we go. And 1 more on there. Is that right?
Yeah, I've just done that. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. And then do you want to go up and start digging through to try and get to the other ones?
Yeah, can do.
You can go through where the worm is. You'll have to dig it. You can't land on it, but you can go through it if you want to. Or you could try going above, but then if you mine here, you're going to struggle to get through to there. Equally, you could go this way. So it's a bit tricky.
So which way do you think is easiest?
I think the easiest way to go would be through the worm, like below the worm.
Because I do only have 2 action points.
Potentially getting back up to the surface might be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that, and then we can we can see if King Slime turns up. That would be a good situation. So let's do that. So you can you've made a really nice way out, so you could do that quite easily. How many action points have you got? A couple?
I've got 2, but I'm wondering this one here is the dodge. So it might be worth using this action point to move up and using that to defend from the worm.
Sure, let's do that.
Nice.
What happens if I don't use a card? Do I just discard it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll just move to try and get back up as well.
Yeah.
So I'll go 1, 2, 3.
Tell you what, if I interject and I drop a rope down to you.
So I still have to use 3 to do that. Yeah. So I'll do that.
So I'll go 1, 2. I'll put a rope there, which means that then you'll be able to get back up from there really easily.
All right, and then I also have 8 money, so I might just buy this just in case I might need it for attacking.
Cool.
Done. And then I got 2 more. I'll play this. Actually, can I switch this out?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. I'll just do that to move 1, 2 up here.
Great.
Because of the rope. And then I've got that ready for next time.
Great idea. Perfect. All right. And then I've got a second wind, which I'm not going to use here because I've already got one in my slot for afterwards. And I have 1 from this, which I think I'm just going to jump into that house.
Wondering real quick, can I use some of my money to get one of these?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I will do that.
Oh, you have so much money.
You do. Okay, great. So, yeah, that's the end of that turn. So we'll check. We haven't done that. Survive night. Not that yet. So this all involves upgrading axes and pickaxes, which we've not done because we're focusing on slime situation at the moment. But that's the end of that turn.
Yeah.
So enemies.
So this worm is definitely going to attack you.
Yeah. I've got my defenses.
Okay, great. So let's roll. What are we rolling?
The giant worm will use.
It's
2 d4s and a d6.
Yeah.
2 d4s and a d6. I actually had them next to me already. 4. 4.
Okay.
So 4.
So you're going to take 3.
Well, no, 2, because then...
Oh, sorry, yes, yep, you made it
a
into a 4. So actually there are 2 that are going to do damage
So,
to you.
2
Oh,
damage.
no.
2 damage.
I think
I do die.
You do die. However, this is going to get you back up to the surface. So actually, this is actually not a bad thing.
It was
to happen.
tactical. It was tactical the whole
It
time.
was. Great. So you have just died, which sadly means that you're going to be losing. We're going to lose one of our tombstones. You get to keep that, sadly. If there was a bed house in the world, then you'll be able to respawn a true chosen place, but you don't have that. So you're going to be on one of the first starting tiles, which if you choose this one, you will fall back down the hole. So it might be worth choosing one of those. You're going to lose your money rounding down, so that coin's going to go, I'm afraid. You're
Good
gonna
for you. I
lose-
spent everything before I died.
Rounding down,
Yeah.
you lose half rounded down means you lose nothing, right?
As in the total half
Oh,
would be
okay,
rounded
right,
down,
got
if
it.
that makes sense.
Got
So rounded down to 0, sadly.
it.
And then you're going to lose your resources, sadly. So
My
goodbye.
my 5 gel.
Oh, you had iron. I wish
My
you'd
5 gel and my
thrown it
2
to me as
iron.
you left.
Well,
That
if
would've
you wanted
been-
my iron, you should have spoke up.
There we go. And then we're going
There's
to
the
pop you
tile.
in there, so you're going to
But
be
you can
in
just-
there.
Do I happen to lose my frozen?
Your frozen does go. because
do
you're
it?
in
Does
the
it?
All of them, even the
Bang.
ones in your
Even
discard.
the ones
Ah,
in your discard.
yes.
So dying is not always a bad thing.
tactic.
So that's good.
Yeah, it was all tactical, guys.
And you're back up at the surface.
and full health.
Full health.
There we go.
So they are gone.
Yeah.
So we've accelerated a few turns ahead, and we've actually ended up killing 8 slimes now, which is the trigger, the threshold for the appearance of the first boss, King Slime. The slimiest of kings. So I will talk you through how King Slime works. So they have a behavior card, bosses, and they have a first and a second form card. This tells us that as soon as King Slime is ready to go, they will spawn on the central square of the forest surface biome. So King Slime is going to come slamming into here. Because there is a hole, they are going to slam on top of the yellow player, and you're going to be displaced. So bosses can displace players. Luckily, there's somewhere for you to be displaced to, which is up here, and he will slam and come down here. Had there not been somewhere for you to be displaced to, you would just die instantly.
Oh, wow,
So bad
okay.
times for you, but basically it's good for us at the moment. So King Slime's coming in, and we're now going to have a turn where we see what we can do to sort King Slime out. In the first form, King Slime has 3 wounds. So we're going to put 3 wounds on here. When he gets down to 0, we'll flip it and the second form will happen. Every boss has some special abilities, and they basically work in the same way that enemies work in their order, but they sometimes do their special ability, and we'll talk about it in a second. So let's play a turn. King Slime's not going to attack us until the enemy phase, so we can have a few pot shots while we go. And in the turns that we've just had between the fast forward, we've actually got some better equipment, which is nice. So I seem to somehow still be on copper
But you have
equipment.
some good armor
But
there.
I do have some good armor, and we've got a iron short sword, and we've now got a bow, so we can take some pot shots. So let's draw our cards. I've got my second wind.
My second wind.
I
turned
got
up
my
as well.
second wind.
Oh right, okay. Well, that's very nice.
Is this used once and then discarded?
No, well, it stays in your deck.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean
Forever,
But
but
I
you
mean,
use
if
it
I
once.
use it for an
Yeah,
attack,
yeah.
I don't get to use it for a second.
Correct. Yeah, it's a one-off. Let's see what we do then. So we just need to start attacking it, basically.
Alright,
Now,
attack.
you've got a bow,
have a
so do you want to
bow.
do some ranged attacks first and see what we can do?
Yeah.
So because it's ranged, you have to spend more action points to do it, but you get to do it from far away. So,
So I think I'll just do that.
Yeah,
Two action points, and I will use my second wind.
okay, great. So you're going to roll your first one against King Slime. King Slime's defense is 2d6, I'm just going to warn you. But you've got your second one.
So wait, what's the second wind?
It adds 1 attack to any dice of your
Oh, okay,
choice.
cool.
So let's see.
That's what it does. Okay, cool.
A 1 and a 6.
That's not ideal.
That's not going to happen. Sadly,
Oh,
you're
that was
one off,
so
so you
good.
would have done it. But because you rolled a 6, nothing. Do you have any more action points you want to spend on doing another attack?
Yeah, I'll do another attack because I have.
You never know. King
2 more.
Slime might roll low.
Yes.
3 and a 5. So unfortunately,
One.
you're not going to be able to see that. But hey, that's fine. We'll see what we
I'm
can do.
very
as
bad
well.
aim.
You
That's
can't
okay.
go into this fight unequipped, can you? I have a short sword.
You do. You have an iron short sword,
Yeah,
and you're
you'll-
right next to King Slime.
Yeah.
So that means you'll be rolling 2d4 against them. Do you
Yes.
have your second wind as well?
I do.
Shall we just see what
Yes,
we can do?
sure. So I'll use that, and I'll use that.
Yep.
And I'll
And you're gonna
roll 2d4.
Yep.
I need another one of
Yeah,
these.
there you go. You need to roll
Equal to your highest.
equal
or
one,
higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 and a 1.
2.
2, but you got a 3,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
so
can
another
add that
3.
on. So that's a 3.
So a 3,
So that's
so
a
I've
3.
done
So you
one
do a
damage.
damage. Perfect. Okay. Do you want to go again?
Of course.
If
I've
you've got more
loads.
points, your
So,
second win's done now.
yeah, so I can choose someone to draw another card.
I'll do that in a second, shall I?
Yeah, all right.
All right,
So I'm
let's
going to
roll
roll
again.
more.
3 and a 3.
3 and a 1.
Perfect, so you've done another damage there.
Another damage.
So that's another one gone. Not bad for
Wow.
one turn. Perfect.
I've still got loads more attacks.
Just keep
yeah, I'm
blinking.
going to use 2. I'm going to do 2 attacks.
3 and a 1.
3 and a 1.
Perfect. Okay, so
Wow,
you've done
how lucky.
the third one on there.
Okay, wow, okay.
Perfect, which is good because I'm going to have to try and defeat him on the third go. So what happens is when wounds reach 0, flip this card. So
No, it's in its second.
the special stays the same. All slimes in the world now have 1 extra movement while King Slime's alive. However, we only in this form have 1 health
Oh, okay.
left. So the other thing about changing forms is that King Slime will shrink. So as you can see here, he's one piece, but he's actually a modular miniature in the
cool.
game. So basically, you will take the center ring out, and then you will move down the crown into this bottom piece here.
cool.
So basically, you'll be fighting now
Mini.
a miniature King
Prince
Slime.
Slime.
Yeah, Prince Slime, yeah, who takes up just the 1 there.
Nice.
So that does mean it represents that it's got smaller, but also it kind of looks cute. So that's what we've done there. So
Nice.
that leaves it to me to try and finish off King Slime.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
he weaker in this?
So he has the same amount of defense, but he only has 1 health. So I basically just have to try my best. But it's good, you've left me with a copper short sword, so I'm sure that's going to go very
I've
well
still
for
got
me.
some attacks left
You
in
do
me as well. So
I do have second wind and a second wind here, so I'm going to move my second wind out, which means
so
I
you
add
need
2.
to. So you're gonna.
You
if
roll
you
for
get
King Slime.
lucky,
I could
you
just
could
do
defeat
this.
him.
I could.
All
Ready?
right.
It's a 1.
it's a 6 and a 3.
Okay, so that's fine. I've got plenty more. So I've got 3 attacks. So let's
Okay.
go again. It's a 1.
Oh, 4 and a 1.
Okay, even with that, it hasn't worked. Okay, well, there we go. That's what it is. So sadly, King Slime has survived.
Okay.
I've done that one. I've rolled. I'll try one more time, but I don't have any second wins, so it's not going to happen. 3.
A 1 and a 5,
Okay,
unfortunately.
so no. And then final one, 2.
6 and a 1.
No,
I
okay,
should do my last 2 attacks
Yeah,
as
you do
well.
yours.
Do you want to roll? All right.
See if I have
Good
a
luck.
bit of
Good luck. 4 and a 4. Ah, that was
Six
so.
bad
That would have been
times.
so
Yeah.
good as well. You got 5. Oh, I'll count that. Whatever. 3. Ah.
Okay,
So
sadly.
King Slime is
so
way too
still
tough.
has 1 health, which means, unfortunately, he's now going to do stuff with the other enemies.
Okay.
So other enemies basically do their things as normal, but King Slime always does their special first. It has 3 behavior cards. You start with behavior A, and it goes special, then it moves. Then at the time that other enemies do ranged attacks, it will spawn a blue slime. And then at the other time that other enemies do adjacent attacks, it will do 2 attacks with 3d6. So we're going to get some pain coming at us. It's not actually going to do the special this turn. Normally, if there's no one around in the same biome, it would teleport to the nearest person, so you can't run away from it. And we don't need to worry about that now, but it is going to move 1. So it's going to move 1 towards the nearest person, which is here. There we go. It's going to move towards there. It's then going to spawn a blue slime, which it has lots of little blue slimes here, and it's going to do it in the nearest empty slot, which would be here. And then it's going to do the 2 times 3d6 attack to the nearest person, which sadly is you. So
All right.
let's
Well,
grab...
let's
you
up
can
my
do it. Have you got
D.
another d6 to roll?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
This is when you wish you had my copper armor.
Yeah. All right. 2. Oh. Triple 6.
So you just got 3. You got 3 damage.
Ah, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I'm just going to do it again because he
Okay,
attacks
this
twice.
might be the end of me.
This could be. Could
Probably-
be down to me after all this.
1. Oh, that's it. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, you're done.
Doesn't even matter what that is.
So
really.
you would die in this situation, and then it would be down to me to finish him off in the next turn.
Okay.
I think that's a good example of how we did really well in the first form,
Yeah.
and then unfortunately in the second form he managed to beat us. So
Wow, tough.
Yeah.
Well, I guess bosses should be, right?
they should. He's the introductory boss, so they do
Okay.
get worse.
Yeah.
But that's just a good example of how that goes sometimes. So sadly, we didn't really win during that boss battle. We would be able to continue, but given the time we're up now, let's wrap it up.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. I want to say thank you very much to both Russell and Jacob for joining me today. We did try our best. We did dig. We did fight, we did explore, and we did build.
We get a few way through these objectives.
And you know what? We had fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Most
glad. That's
important
good.
thing.
We did. We did. So, thank you for playing. Really appreciate it. And hopefully everybody gave you a good overview of the gameplay of Terraria, the board game. If you have any questions, let us know. And, hopefully show you some more in the future.